Going the distance with local sports. Covering the Loretto Mustangs, Summertown Eagles, and Lawrence County Wildcats. Basketball, football, baseball, and more. This is the xSports Network.
Welcome into Mount Pleasant High School, the scene of go or go home region semifinals. I'm Cam Ashburn alongside Josh McDonald and Brad Nilsson. High above the floor here at Mount Pleasant High School. Summertown Lady Eagles just picked up the win to move into the region finals. They will also advance to sub-state. Now it's just a matter if the Lady Mustangs can join them there. If they can, we'll get matchup number 4 between the Lady Eagles and the Lady Mustangs on the season. Tonight, the Lady Mustangs will face off against White House Heritage, the Lady Patriots from the Cross region or Cross District. They come into tonight's contest 13-16, 3-5 in the district play. They knocked off Giles County 42-39. And as you know, Giles County lost to Loretto by 80 points at one point this year. Not saying that will be the case tonight. I'm just saying.
No, I will say so. Giles County did improve throughout the year. We saw them a couple times later in the year, and they were better as the season progressed.
So it's going to be interesting to see how that translates. Now, Josh, we've talked about the Lady Mustangs and some, the lack of competition that they've had outside of Summertown and a couple other teams. Summertown's went through 2 tough games to get to this point. We just saw a bloodbath up here tonight that they went through, and Summertown didn't lead in that game till late, and they ended up pulling it out at the end. But you look at it, does that favor Summertown that they've been in those close games, or does it hurt? I mean, how does that look looking ahead at the Lady Mustangs if this is a blowout?
Well, if I'm a Summertown fan, I'm going to say, yeah, it's just making us a better team because we're playing much tougher, tested opponents, but at the same time, you could come into this game if Loretto advances and you play Wednesday nights with as physical a game as that was against Cheatham County. Are they going to be tired? What kind of legs are they going to have? What kind of soreness and pain are they going to have come Wednesday? Because it was a brutal bloodbath. Now, it's hard to believe up until about the last minute and a half there was only 6 fouls called, and there were probably more girls than that getting slammed to the floor than there were whistles.
Yeah, I agree.
It's how you want to look at it. It's how a team responds. A coach and a fan probably knows the team better because they've seen them all year. But if I'm Summertown, I got to say, that's just we're better tested. We're battle tested. We can play tough games. We know how we're going to react to those games. Whereas Loretto, they haven't been tested as much. Now, could that be they're that much better than everybody they've played? Possibly. You look at this matchup tonight. We defeated Fairview Friday night to get to this point. We win by 45. The 2 matchups for White House Heritage against Fairview this year, they lost by 10, they won by 2. So is it going to be the same thing you see Friday night? Or is White House Heritage going to bring something to the table tonight to challenge the Mustangs? As we had that game, Loretto kind of got back to the fun side of playing ball loose. Autumn Buttram shot the ball really well. Everybody shot the ball well, but, you could tell they enjoyed and kind of got back to having fun out on the floor that we hadn't seen in the last couple of games. So, but as we all know, it's win or go home at this point. This is a key game. This guarantees you a region final and a sub-state/sectional bid.
Now, Brad, looking ahead to sectional, one team that would be a potential opponent has already punched their ticket into the sectional.
Yeah, Gibson County won pretty easily tonight against East Hickman. East Hickman came in with a record of 19-7. Gibson County beat them 57-27 to punch their ticket into the Region 6 championship. They will play the winner of Huntingdon and Westview. That ought to be starting about now.
So we do know that Summertown has punched their way in from this region, and now the Lady Mustangs will try to punch their way into sub-state. Now, we've talked about it all year, guys, that the sub-state is going to be tough no matter who you play, whether it be Gibson County or Westview. We all know about Gibson County. We've seen them in the state championship game a couple years ago. We would have played them in 2020 had COVID not reared its ugly head. But at the same time, while we'd be going to state tournament after state tournament the last few years, there's also been another team in the AA section that's there playing before a lot of the Lady Mustangs games, and that's Westview. They're always there. And so, you've got 4 perennial state tournament teams that are going to be vying for 2 spots come Saturday night.
You're not going to find a better sectional matchup between any 4 teams than probably what you're going to see in AA this year if the Lady Mustangs can advance. And you've got Loretto, Summertown, Westview, and Gibson County. I mean, you're just not top 4 ranked teams in the state.
Yeah.
And you're probably going to have 2 better games in a sectional than you may see in a state tournament outside of a finals game.
And you mentioned it. You've got Oakland in actually Oakland's 5A now, or 4A, excuse me. It's a 4A school. They used to be 3A. They moved up. Big school. Loretto beat them by 30 this year, and now they are playing for a region semifinal. And you look at that, and you're like, how much better is AA this year than AAA? We all know about Page and how good they are, but, they got upset the other night by Lincoln County. And then Lawrence County girls nearly knock off Lincoln County. Loretto beat Lawrence County by 50.
Well, Lawrence County did beat Lincoln County twice
in the regular season.
Yeah.
So, how you look at those numbers and you're like, AA might have the best competition or the best teams in the state this year.
Probably on the top half of that. I'd say, you may have that, but at the same time, 2 of these 4 teams.
Top half, that's a good point.
2 of these 4 teams are not going to make it
that's
to
crazy
Murfreesboro.
Too. You're right.
And leading up to that, this game's important because, like I said, it guarantees you that sectional. But then the next one is even more important because regardless of who you get matched up with, you want to play at home. You want to be in the barn with your fans and your crowd and your gym at the end of the day.
Carruthers and Kinsey Weathers set to jump it off. Kinsey knocks it back. Allie Weathers gives chase, and we are underway. Region semifinals. Julie Clifton going to run point to start the game. Carly Weathers flashes out to get a man-to-man defense early from the Lady Patriots. Leaning all over Carly. And, guys, we watched that game before this. There's going to be a lot of no calls in this contest tonight. Carly Weathers with it now. Jumper, mid-range, going to be short. Going to be rebounded there by Carruthers. She's trapped, tries to get out of it. She finds an open Patriot player in White House Heritage.
Got to be close to 10 count.
Tipped, knocked out of bounds, and Allie Weathers touched it last, so White House Heritage will throw the ball in.
Interesting that White House Heritage starts out man-to-man. To me, that's a pretty interesting situation to come out in and just to see how they're going to call, guard Carly and such. So
Morrell with the basketball on the left side. Goes back to the top of the point to King. Right side. And it's knocked away. Last touched by Heritage. I'm going to refer to them as Heritage. That's what it says on their jerseys. Even though the name's White House Heritage, I'm just going to go by Heritage. Does anybody have a problem with that?
No.
Okay. It's going to make it easier on me. Allie Weathers, left side, feeds it down low to Carly Weathers. Left-handed shot up and in, and the Mustangs are on the board first. Full court pressure. Now, we saw the other night, guys, that Loretto didn't pressure full court at the start of that game.
And you can see now it's already paying off. 2 turnovers, 1 off the press there already for Heritage.
So another turnover, and it's inbounded to Allie Weathers. Something different is Carly Weathers not running point tonight. Is this a precursor to maybe looking ahead?
I like getting Carly off the ball some so that she can do exactly what she is.
Allie Weathers for 3. It's going to be short. We've seen that a lot in this gym.
Seeing Carly get to the paint and be able to post up if she gets a mismatch is a huge advantage for the Lady Mustangs.
And that's a carry by Morrell. It's almost Morrell season as well. You know what Morels are? Mushrooms? I like hunting those little jokers. They're good to eat. I didn't have to ask for a pronunciation there. I knew exactly. Carly Weathers, high post. Look back door. It's not there. It's going to hand it off to Allie. Allie mid-range jumper. Too strong. Rebounded there by Morrell. She's going to be trapped. Now it's just Kinsey or Laney. Almost a steal, but that's over and back. And Loretto will get the ball back after the turnover. So you're right. The full court pressure caused them some issues.
You can tell Heritage definitely lacking in ball handlers and good guard play right now.
Yeah, they're going to have to get somebody to the middle to have a chance of getting any pressure release on that.
Laney in the post. Almost walked, and there's going to be a whistle and a foul. That one's going to be on Carruthers. Tried to swat the ball out of her hands. Carly Weathers is set to inbound. 5:50 to play here in the first. 2-0 Loretto leads. And much has been made about these rims. There's a nice backdoor feed. Carly goes up, hoop, and the foul. She on the line for the three-point attempt.
Nice back cut. Good feed by Allie. Easy chance for the three.
Foul's going to be on King, her first, team second.
I did find out something that was interesting. The Lady Mustangs have been practicing at South Lawrence because their rims, free throw short, rebound by Buttram. And kicked out, bobbled around. Carly Weathers has it for a minute, goes between her legs, and out of bounds. So Heritage will inbound it. Lady Mustangs getting set to pressure. But they have been practicing at South Lawrence to kind of get used to these stiffer rims. Found that pretty interesting.
Much different than what they have at the barn.
Yeah, that's the opposite of stiff.
Soft as Charmin.
And timeout taken by the Lady Patriots. We'll take it with them. 5:29 to play here in the first quarter. 4-0 Loretto leads.
Since 1986, Southeast Carriers, Inc. has been a family-owned and operated business in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. We strive to have updated equipment and technology to make our drivers' job easier. We offer large company pay and benefits with a small company atmosphere. Are you tired of just being a number when you call your current company? Here you will be known on a first-name basis, and all we ask is for you to give us an opportunity to prove that we are different than most trucking companies. For more information, visit southeastcarriers.com.
This is the xSports Network.
Welcome back. Region semifinal. Winner will etch their way in Substate. Heritage inbounds. Morrell, left side. I don't know that they've had a shot attempt yet.
They've not.
Morrell with it. Back to the top of the point. Goes to Tolliver. How'd you say that a minute ago? Tolliver. Gives it up, Morrell. Spins and kicked out of there by Loretto.
Morrell got away with a carry right there.
Yeah.
I think she's done that a few times. She did it once in the backcourt, and then they called the second one.
Julie kicked that one clear to the other end of the gym. She kind of hesitated because there wasn't a whistle for a kick, and she was like, should I go after it?
It was kicked hard enough. I don't think she was going to run it down.
Allie Weathers. No, she was not. Allie Weathers intercepts that pass. Over to Buttram in the right side for three. No good. Rebound on the floor. It's still loose, and Heritage tracks it down. They're going to be trapped. Going to get out of it. Morrell's going to bring it up the floor. She's trapped before she can get across the timeline. Now skips it across to King. And there's your 10 seconds.
Already the sixth turnover for Heritage, and you're not even halfway through the first. So the pressure that we did not see Friday night really paying big dividends tonight.
Inbound, Buttram. Lady Mustangs, much like the Summertown game in the championship of district, just hadn't found their shot here early. And you can make it to be about the rims or whatever, but
you got to hit the inside of the rim for that to matter.
You got it. And we got a whistle as the pass was going inside. It looks to be on Heritage. Looks to be
second on Carruthers. That's going to be team foul number 3.
Katie Burdett's got to be chuckling a little bit about that one being called a foul now after what we watched the last 4 quarters.
It's amazing how size of players factors in whether a whistle gets blown. Carly splits the defenders. Out to Laney. Now in the corner. Julie feeds it inside to Laney. Laney's double team. Kicks it back out to Julie. Julie's going to shoot the 3. It's going to be way off the mark. And there's a whistle and a foul. That one's going on Buttram as she came over the top trying to get that rebound and we'll get the pushing foul from behind. So
team first. Sorry, Kim.
No, you're fine. Whitehouse inbounds. Lady Mustang's going to pressure. And it's got to be a double dribble. She got the ball up in her body. Didn't go called. And now Julie's going to pick the pocket, but she stepped out of bounds. So the Lady Patriots will inbound the basketball right in front of their own bench. Lady Mustang's going to drop back into more of a 3-quarter court press. As soon as they cross the timeline, I suspect a trap. Julie puts it on the floor. It's going to tie it up now, and they're going to call a walk on Morrell. So Lady Mustangs, again, create another turnover.
Number 7.
Number 7. 3:40 to play. Just 4-0.
Turnover trending like a Lewis County game, though.
Yeah. So Lady Mustangs, the difference is they're not converting them into points yet.
Now, a lot of them have been dead ball turnovers as well.
Yeah, we saw that.
One steal from Allie a minute ago, but a lot of them have been out of bounds.
Carly Weathers' mid-range jumper's no good. Front of the rim. Again, Whitehouse having trouble getting it up the floor. Stripped from behind, but picked up. That's the first shot attempt, and it's going to fall.
100%, 5 minutes into the first quarter.
Stretch
for
pass to
Heritage.
Buttram. Buttram takes a hip check, but she's able to corral it. Now at the top, Allie Weathers straight away for 3. Good. Well, maybe that's all it took was the other team getting on the board. 7-2 now, under 3 to play.
That was a nice kick out for the 3.
And that pass is going to be way over the head of the intended target. Another turnover. So the Lady Mustangs will inbound. A couple subs coming in.
Got JB and Emily Cozart replacing Laney and Julie.
Lady Mustangs stay with their normal rotation. Let's see if JB can get going. He's had a good year for the Lady Mustangs. Carly with it. Backdoor, Allie gets cut off, throws a shot off. I don't think that was
Not her best look.
That was the look she was wanting. Almost still made it. And another turnover. I mean, those passes, as short as the Lady Mustangs are shooting the ball, Heritage is firing their passes that much harder at their intended targets. I mean, those are missiles.
I'm glad the Lady Mustang cheerleader was awake, or that one might have put her on the floor. She got a forearm up on that pass.
7-2, still score. Post inside Carly Weathers goes up. You got a foul on the floor. Basket was good, but they're going to wave that off. It's going to be on
I think it's going to be
Heritage.
King again. That's going to be her second, team 4th.
That posting up Carly is something that may pay dividends if the Lady Mustangs are able to advance on Wednesday night. Because we've seen in that game, there was a lot of mismatches that were created. Allie gets stuck, almost traveled. She's able to get out of it. Gets it to Buttram. Buttram drives and gets rejected by the rim. And that ball's nearly going to be lost. Cozart picks it up, takes a shove, finds it to Buttram. Now out to Allie, right side. And Allie try to pass inadvertently. Going to get tied up there, and we got a jump ball.
That probably should have been a foul on Cozart.
Yeah. Cozart lost the hand. Of course, that was probably a pass Allie probably doesn't need to make. But nonetheless, full court pressure coming from Lady Mustangs. Allie steals it, gives it right back to big sister Carly, and the left-handed finish is good. 9-2 now. I don't know that we've seen too many games this year, guys, especially maybe the Summertown game, district championship, where the Lady Mustangs at this point in the game were not in double digits.
Had plenty of opportunities with the turnovers and the shots. Just can't get anything to fall right now.
Three-pointer, no good. Rebound by Buttram. Buttram ahead to Carly. She's going to run with it. Now she's going to circle back out to the left side. JB squares up a 3. No good. Long rebound, and it's going to be Heritage basketball. That was probably the right call, but Allie was trying to get there, and she was getting shielded off. I thought maybe.
Yeah, she just kind of blocked her out. The Heritage player did, and she tripped up, unable to grab it, just let it go.
Inbound here to McFarland. She's trapped. Buttram knocks it away, but she's going to get called for the foul.
It's going to be her second, team seconds. Going to have Julie check in now for Autumn.
So Lady Patriots will inbound with 1:14 to play here in the first. Goes deep to Morrell. And she gets it up, and it's knocked away. Going to be on the floor. And JB's going to tie her up, and that's going the Lady Mustangs' way after the jump ball. So they will get possession, but the possession arrow will change, and if there's not another tie, that means Heritage will get the ball to begin the second quarter. Nearing the 1-minute mark. Inside Cozart. She's a little too high. Gets it back to Carly. Carly drives the lane. Basket good. Lady Mustangs in double figures as we click under a minute.
8 1/4 for Carly now.
She's got 8 of the 11. Allie's got the other 3. Stretch pass. That time it's complete. Trap out to Morrell. Now it's along the left side. Open, drives. Culver. And it's knocked out of bounds. Last touch, we're going to say, by the Lady Mustangs. So Heritage will inbound the basketball.
Laney coming back in for the Lady Mustangs, going to get Carly.
Probably a smart substitution with just under 40 seconds running in the first. Get her a little extra breather. Inbound jumper put up good. And the second field goal of the night for Heritage. Allie Weathers up the floor. Lane Parks, she takes in, gets cut off. Basket good. She almost traveled. I think Heritage wanted that call, didn't get it. 20 seconds on the clock. Trap coming. Lady Mustangs dialing up the pressure. Trying to dribble out. Drags the – that was a walk that didn't get called. Still not got it across the timeline. Just does. I had to be getting close to 10 seconds. Now we're at 6. And it looks like Clifton's going to pick up a foul going after the loose ball. And it will be on Julie.
It's going to be the first.
No, that's going to be on Heritage.
You're right. It is on Heritage. Wow.
Going the other way.
Of course, that's kind of below us. It's hard to see. Loretto inbounds. 5 seconds. Allie with it. Clock late starting. Allie, 1 second. Shoots at the horn. She shot with her left hand. Didn't get the ball there. 13-4 after 1. Lady Mustangs up. But not a pretty quarter for the home team. We'll be back with quarter number 2 when we return on the xSports Network.
Story and Lee, the Tennessee Valley's most dynamic furniture store, featuring our Made in America galleries with solid wood dining and bedrooms, leather furniture, mattresses, and so much more. You want it? We've got it. With our 3 acres of showroom and our huge warehouse, we're sure to have exactly what you want. And it's all ready to be delivered to your home absolutely free. Just try that anywhere else. We are Story and Lee.
It's time for some straight talk about zero-turn mowers. Husqvarna's zero-turn performance mowers with rugged commercial drive give you high performance and a comfortable ride. Heavy-duty frame and chassis and commercial hydraulics take no punishment. With warranties now up to 5 years and low financing options, there's no competition. For a straight-up deal on the best in professional zero-turn mowers, go straight to your Husqvarna dealer.
This is the xSports Network.
Welcome back. Start of the second quarter. Heritage will begin with the ball. Guys, what'd you see in that first quarter from the Lady Mustangs that you liked or didn't like?
I mean, I like the pressure and the turnovers. It's just, can we convert on the offensive end? And thus far, we've struggled a little bit. But the defensive pressure, kind of what we've seen all year.
Shot in the lane, no good. Rebound Weathers. Brad, what'd you think about that first quarter?
I like the pressure. You don't want to fall into a false sense of how well you're playing defensively based on your opponent sometimes. You don't want to continue to dive into a player trying, kind of like the one over here that ended up being a foul on Heritage that we thought the foul was on Julie. You don't need to pick those fouls up in those situations. It went the other way that time, but stay disciplined even if you're playing a team that lacks some offensive prowess.
Carly Weathers with the ball. Lady Mustangs hadn't really had a good look. Whitehouse still in a man-to-man. Carly, three-pointer, contested. It's going to be no good, and loose ball rebound goes off of a Heritage player, so it will be Lady Mustang basketball. Just her shots are on line, guys. They're just short.
And I think at times we've almost settled for that outside shot just because we maybe get a little impatient. We can't get anything inside or the look we want, and we're just firing up from 3 anytime we get an open look.
If there's a player on the floor that I'm okay with her shooting that, it's Carly Weathers. But you're right. It does seem that way. She's got it back now as Kozar hits the floor. I'm not sure what happened there.
The offense has just been stagnant. There's not, like right now, there's 5 players standing still. Even if they're looking at the side, they've got to get into their cuts and cut hard.
Kozart kicks it out. Laney Weathers for 3, no good. And they're going to say she stepped out getting on the rebound. And so King will turn it over, and Lady Mustangs will get another break. Just getting lucky a couple times on those. Allie inbounds it to Carly. Carly in the paint. Jumper, contested, a lot of contact. And they're late whistle, but they are going to call a foul. And so that will send the senior Miss Basketball finalist to the line for 2 free throws.
That's the 3rd on King, team foul number 6.
Is the ball sticking in the hands a little bit too long?
Definitely.
Free throw good from Weathers. She's got one more coming up. Yeah, it does seem like that to me too because, we talked about early in the season how they were moving the ball so well, and it just seems like maybe it's sticking a little bit. Second free throw also good.
Part of that, though, is you've got to get some body movement for the ball to not stick because otherwise you're sitting there staring at it.
Trap again. And it's going to be double dribble called on – is that Morrell? It was.
I think it was Morrell. Turnover number 14. So
wow. It's got to – and you said it. That's Lady Mustangs have not converted on those. Of course, they're getting away with some hand checks, too, that are typically called. But it's going both ways. High-low, and it goes through the hands of Kozar. Not sure if it was a bad pass or she just mishandled it.
That was a bad pass. It was thrown off her back shoulder instead of to the lead shoulder toward the goal.
Full court pressure. You think we'll see this most of the game, I'm assuming, tonight?
I think so. Unless you just really get up and she wants to rest some starters, I think you're going to see it the whole game.
Knocked out of bounds. Let's see which way the stripes say it goes. They're going to give it
Kick
back
ball.
to Heritage. Yeah, it was a kick ball. You're exactly right. Inbound now to Morrell. 6:05 to play in the first half. 15-4. Lady Mustangs lead. Low scoring affair, which we've seen a lot of the games from. I was looking back at some of Heritage's scores. There's a lot of low scoring games. But the defense really isn't.
I don't feel like it's dynamic.
No, I don't either.
I mean, the one thing I will say, I think they've given up 3 layups, but which is not a terrible job against Loretto because they typically will get more cuts. That was a nice
backdoor feed
cut,
blocked by Carly Weathers. Ball's on the floor, last touch by the Lady Mustangs, so that will make the Lady Patriots have to re-inbound.
Yeah, but if you're Heritage, you try to shut down the paint and make them shoot the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at Heritage, they essentially have 5 guards. There's not a lot of size out there. They're almost all the same size player out there on the floor, so.
Carruthers might be the tallest player. She shot.
It's partially blocked.
It was partially blocked, and the Lady Mustangs come out with it. Here comes Allie. Kozart now in the corner to Clifton, back to Kozart. Kozart hands it off to Carly. Carly's going to get a screen, gets in the lane, gets cut off. Back out to Allie. Allie's going to get a screen, but she's going to keep driving. Backdoor feed, Kozart. Nice feed out to Laney for 3, short. And the rebound's going to go. Jump ball is what we have tied up, and it will go to the Lady Mustangs.
When that ball goes to the weak side block, when Allie drove the right side, hit the cross paint pass to Kozart, she's got to go up and finish that. That can't be a kick out. You've got to score the basketball in the paint.
Timeout on the floor. We'll go with them. 5:04 to play. 15-4. Lady Mustangs lead in the region semifinals.
No matter what it is that you like, take those things, translate it into an academic degree.
It's the best thing probably I've ever done in my life, and my only regret is that I didn't do it sooner.
Getting this degree opened up doors that I didn't even envision would be open.
I'm so happy that I did it, and I think anybody that wants it should go for it. You will not regret it.
Hey y'all, Fred Webb here, United Country Southern Tennessee Realty. You get ready to sell your property, give one of these sales professionals a call today.
Hunter Webb, Farm and Land Sales Specialist, 931-321-8226.
Tommy Johnson, the Wayne County Connection, 931-722-4840.
Tyler Webb, 731-438-2084.
It's a slam dunk when you list with United Country Southern Tennessee Realty.
Welcome back on the xSports Network. Lady Mustangs inbounded the basketball. Looks Carly Weathers, takes it up and under, and the basket's good. And it's now 17-4. 4:47 and rolling here in the second quarter. Morrell trapped again. He's going to dribble out. Nearly, it is deflected. Last touch by Allie Weathers, so that will mean Heritage will have to re-inbound the basketball.
Well, I mean, even Heritage, even when they have an open player for a pass, Loretto's not making it easy to even make that pass in transition down to the other end. Just due to the length and athleticism as you get another turnover right there by Laney Weathers.
Pushed ahead to Clifton. Clifton's getting hacked. They're going to call an offensive foul on Clifton. That is not a good call.
She did put the right arm around the player's back a little bit. Usually get away with it, but
first on Clifton.
Thought there would have been a foul before that. Here we go. Inbound. Nearly stolen away by Allie, but now it's a 2-on-1. Carly blocks it from behind. Well, she's the good eraser there as Heritage had a 2-on-1, but that one was Carly Weathers.
Got Autumn Butcher back in, replacing Julie Clifton. Autumn does have 2 fouls, so Heritage inbound on the baseline. That's Tolliver. Needing some help. Finally gets it over in the corner to Clifford. Skip pass across the way to Morrell.
Back up top. Clifford drives into the paint. Back out. Swings it around. Morrell's going to fire a 3. Short, but the rebound put back no good, and the tip over to Carly Weathers. Laney to Allie across the midcourt. She goes to the left side. Top Carly Weathers, ball fake. Now she's going to shoot it. And the basket doesn't hit anything, but Allie's there to clean it up. Her jumper no good. A lot of contact in the paint. Carly got that rebound for three in the corner. Good. Well, finally, Lady Mustangs able to get a basket. I don't think they hit the rim on that entire possession, even on the made basket. More pressure. Carruthers. She picks up her dribble, finds somebody in transition, and look what I found from Clifford. And somehow got the basket to go. It's 20-6. Push ahead. JB. Right side for three. No good. Rebound there by Heritage. Heritage just kind of stands around whenever they get the rebound. They don't look to push it. That's why I think they're getting trapped so easy. Half court set now for them as we near the 3-minute mark. And Carly Weathers is going to pick the pocket of Carruthers. She's going to take it all the way. Goes up. Hits the deck. Hoop and the foul. Thought maybe they were going to get a charge there for a sec. She did step around it, but you don't ever know in those situations.
Yeah, that was one. The left side was probably there for that one.
Basket is good, so one free throw coming up.
They gave that foul to number 12, Tolliver. She's not okay. They've changed that now to Morrell.
Okay. Free throw up and rattles in. That's about one of the few rattle shot made we've seen in 2 weeks in this gym. It's 23-6 with 3 minutes to play in the second quarter.
Well, too, you talk about the no flow to this game. I mean, even the gym, the intensity in here, it's
dead.
Way down. Especially after the game we saw before this.
Right. A lot of the fans have cleared out. Some of the Summertown fans have stuck around. Three-pointer coming, and it's air ball, but pit back up and put back underneath there by Tolliver. Actually, that's not good. That's going to be
Geritano.
Geritano. You're exactly right. Three-pointer coming. Lady Mustangs, no good. Rebound. Give it up. Now, what do we got? The foul? No, a walk.
That was a really nice pass by Tolliver in transition. Caught it, no dribble, hit the cutter down the right side. They were just unable to handle it.
Allie Weathers going to bring it up the floor. McFarland going to pick her up. Left side to JB. She's going to get to Kozart, top of the point. Left side now to Allie, coming out of the screen. Three-pointer, too strong. Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Buttram. She dribbles. And what do we got? A foul on the floor. And it will be a 1-and-1. This Lady Mustangs are now in the bonus, so Autumn Buttram will step to the line for one free throw. And she makes that, she'll earn a second attempt.
Josh, I think you hit the nail on the head earlier, just settling for the perimeter shot. When you see a pass from the top to a wing, the basket cut is just not aggressive.
No.
It's not cutting to get the basketball and go score it.
Free throw good. She'll earn a second attempt.
I mean, the thing that I'm seeing is, we're clearly much more athletic than what they are. Even if you do have contact, we should be able to finish in the paint down low and take that inside and just finish the play.
Or shoot a ton of free throws, one of the two.
Second free throw, no good. Rebound by Tolliver. She's still got the ball, but she's across midcourt. Gives it up to Carruthers. Now back to Tolliver. Tolliver. Pass inside, picked off. Carly Weathers comes out with it. Head up, looking for somewhere to go. Right down the heart of the floor. Goes to the right, and we're going to get a foul. Tolliver come out and fouled Weathers. I thought Tolliver for a second was going to try to take a flop there, but she didn't sell it too well.
First on Tolliver, team foul number 9. Carly to the line for 1-and-1.
1:50 to play here in the second quarter. First free throw up and rattles it in. Well, maybe she's starting to find the sweet spot on these rims.
Yeah, I don't think that exists. Be interesting when the last time they replaced these rims.
Oh, they're not broke in.
Like I said, they hadn't had anybody hanging on them or breaking the rims down very hard.
It's crazy.
Or they've been cranked back up, something.
Free throw, no good. It's 25-8. Lady Mustangs comfortably ahead, but another turnover. Pass to the left side. Can't catch it is Garantano. It's not
I was waiting on it.
Garantano.
Garantano? I say Geritano.
Geritano?
I guess you could say Garitano.
Garitano?
This brings up bad memories for me.
Yeah, it does me too. Carly Weathers in the paint. Fade away, no good. Rebound. Coming out with it is Lady Patriots. Burrell up the floor, left side. Gerentano. I can't do it. Got to figure out something else. Top of the point to Tolliver. She goes to the right. That's where Carruthers is. Now back to Tolliver. Carruthers thought about taking a baseline. Now she skips it across. Almost intercepted. 55 seconds now on the clock. Gerentano inside now. Tolliver goes up, and that was a wicked-looking shot. No good. Rejected by the rim. Carly Weathers pushed ahead to Clifton. Out to Cozart. In the corner to Buttram. Left side. She's going to take a couple of dribbles as the clock is at 37 remaining in the quarter. Carly with it. Tolliver cuts her off. A lot of contact there. Could have went either way. Allie going to back it back out. She looks over at the bench. Going to get a play. Lady Mustangs with 23 seconds. Going to start it up. Allie takes it in the lane. Shot put up. No good. Coming in for the rebound is Buttram. Buttram shot put up. No good. Rebound there by Carruthers. And we've got a whistle.
That's going to be a foul, Buttram.
And Autumn is going to pick up the personal. 12 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 25-8. Loretto leads.
Her third, team fourth.
It's not been a good night for the Lady Mustangs shooting the basketball. It's just not been a characteristic night. We've seen that a lot in this gym from them. They just, for whatever reason, nobody really shoots the ball well. I mean, you look back on the games we've saw, nobody has shot the ball well. 3 seconds. Passed over, Carruthers, shot at the horn, and we got a foul.
Going to get Laney right there on a foul on the shot, her first, team fifth. It's going to put Carruthers at the line for 2.
See if they put any time back on the scoreboard or if this will be untimed, because I thought that might have been right at the horn. So
it's close. I think they're going to tack some on, though.
Probably give them a
3
second.
tenths.
I figured they'd go to a second to make it easy.
3 tenths. It'll be a tenth. 3 tenths, 4 tenths. 3 tenths.
You nailed it, man. How about that? 3 tenths.
Yeah, that's good.
2 free throws coming up, though. First one is good. She makes this, they can get in double figures. While I'm eating pizza. She doesn't make it. 25-9 after 2. Loretto leads. We'll head to halftime. We'll come back midway through with halftime stats and analysis from the region semifinals from Mount Pleasant High School.
There are now more ways to save at Quick Mart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at Quick Mart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none. We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
McMaster's Home Gallery, where you'll always get a special price every day. Shop their new showroom full of name-brand furniture, sofas, recliners, dining and bedroom suites, Serta bedding, lots of tables and chairs just to match your decor. McMaster's Home Gallery also has GE appliances. Stop by on Highway 43 in Loretto or call 853-6140.
Like you, our roots are in Lawrence County, providing banking for every stage of life since 1934. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank has been not just your bank, but also your friend, helping you with home loans, consumer and auto loans, and your everyday personal banking needs. Lawrenceburg Federal offers you a warm smile and personal experience, as well as the conveniences of modern-day online banking, mobile banking, and telebanking. Lawrenceburg Federal Bank, your neighbor and friend, located at 118 West Gain Street, next to the courthouse.
Whether it's popcorn, biscuits, or automotive, you need the right ingredients to achieve the best results. Heritage Automotive is proud to serve our community with a continually growing inventory. We also help our community grow by contributing to a vibrant economy, which helps build schools. I'm Keith Durham, and I'm the General Manager here at Heritage Automotive, and it's my job to make sure that you're 100% satisfied. Heritage Automotive, your hometown Chevy, Buick, and GMC dealer.
Flooring sets the tone throughout your home.
For flooring that makes the right first impression, start by choosing us, Floored by Justin.
A one-stop flooring destination. Our new location stands alone for unequaled customer service and selection. Owner Justin Story's mastery of custom hardwood inlays means every room can have a custom look. Discover how the right choice of hardwood, laminate, carpet, or tile can set the tone in your home. Contact Floored by Justin today.
Hey, this is Phil Hooper. Get the look you want for your favorite school, church, or business with apparel from HD Ink Screen Printing in Leoma, Tennessee. Got a logo you need embroidered or screen printed? Let HD Ink give you the professional look that sets the bar in today's world. We do fundraisers and custom designed apparel and so much more. Call today, 931-201-2961, or come see us at our new shop located at 26 Ingram Road in Leoma. Remember, HD Ink for the look you want and the look you deserve.
Employee Resources Credit Union is an easy solution to banking, offering a personal, simple, yet modern way to bank. When you bank with ERCU, you are a shareholder, meaning you own a piece of the pie. And we make it easy with the convenience of digital banking, with service you won't find at another financial institution, including low to zero fees and incredible rates. We have the technology you need with the personal service you deserve, right here in your own neighborhood. Employee Resources Credit Union, not for profit, for service.
This is the xSports Network.
Welcome back. Mount Pleasant High School halftime of the region semifinals. Lady Mustangs lead 25-9. The winner will advance to play Summertown on Wednesday night for the region championship. The winner of that game will host a sub-state. The loser will have to travel. And most likely you'll either have to host or travel to Gibson County or Westview. So if you're traveling, that's a long journey, fellas. That is a long way to go regardless.
Absolutely.
And let's just hope the Lady Mustangs are able to host on Saturday night. Josh, I believe you've got our halftime stats.
We'll start with the Lady Mustangs. Led in the first half, Carly Weathers with 19. Allie Weathers with 5, Autumn Buttram with 1. Not a great shooting first half for Lady Mustangs, just 9 of 30 from the floor, only 2 of 12 from 3. We're 5 of 8 from the foul line. So for White House Heritage, 2 points apiece from Claire King, Emily Clifford, Macy McFarland, and Olivia Geritano. 1 point by Kinsley Carruthers. 17 turnovers in the first half for Heritage, just 3 for the Mustangs, and most of those for Heritage, as we said, dead ball turnovers, so Lady Mustangs hadn't really been able to push, but nonetheless, the full court pressure has had an impact. But, I mean, as of now in the first half, just struggling to put the ball in the baskets here tonight. Luckily, still have a 14-point lead, 16-point lead at halftime.
So, we've made a lot about the shooting in the gym and how it's, this is Josh, you brought up a good point. This is the 4th time the Lady Mustangs have played in this gym this year. You'd hope you'd figure something out, but you and Brad both think, okay, the shot's not falling. You know that's going to be a problem here. You've had that problem all year. You've got to do something different. What is it you guys see that you would think if you were coaching or if you were a player? Let's do it that way. I don't want to criticize coaching. I don't ever want to do that. But let's, if you were a player, what are you looking for? Like, okay, my shot ain't falling. What have I got to do?
I just don't feel like the Lady Mustangs have aggressively attacked the rim. There's been some dribble penetration, but it's been kind of a hesitation or a stutter step type move. They haven't had a charge called on them. Get to the rack full speed. Get it into the paint. If help defense comes over, drop it to your post or kick it out then, but where you completely collapse the defense and get the wide open rhythm 3 from the player that is ready to shoot it instead of it just kind of casually going around the perimeter and I'm open enough to shoot it. The other is, we talked about it a little bit. Players are not cutting hard right now. And that's something, it's easy to fall into that lull when you're playing somebody that's an inferior opponent. But they've got to clean that part up. And when they make a basket cut, they need to be cutting with the expectation they're going to get the basketball and score it.
Yeah, it does. And I'm not the basketball X's and O's savvy as you two guys are. But it does seem to me that the ball is sticking in the hands of the Lady Mustangs more than it probably should, and more than it has in recent games even. But Josh, what do you think? What do you think the Lady Mustangs could do here in the second half to kind of get that flow going? Because you want to end. I think we're going to win the game, but you want to end on a positive note so you have confidence going into Wednesday night.
Well, I mean, Brad touched on it, and we've talked about it off air. It's right now. I mean, whether you've seen them play or not, you knew you were the better team coming in. Be aggressive. Have a mindset of, I'm not going to be stopped. Take it to the basket. Even if you don't make it all the way to the basket, that's fine. But be more aggressive. Start from inside and work your way out. And I'm not, we're not saying any of the threes were not open or not good shots. It's just at the moment they're not falling. And, you just need to be the aggressor, as Brad said. Until they call a charge on you, you adjust. But, I mean, just have a mindset of I'm taking to the basket, nobody's going to stop me. I'm either going to finish or I'm going to get fouled or both.
We saw Carly Weathers do that. She's got 19 of the 25. But so you're exactly right. Other people have got to have that mindset that they're going to attack the rim and go get it because, chances are, I mean, we saw wins, in the district championship game, it was a similar situation. You weren't shooting the ball well, and they found a way. And they were down 11 at once and went up by 11 late in that game.
The other thing, the corner three that Carly made came after making free throws. I think when you're struggling shooting, get to the foul line somehow, see the ball go in on a free throw length shot, and you start developing confidence again. You just get a feel back for it.
So two things. How much of the shooting woes is prior experience and not being confident, and how much of it is looking ahead maybe to Wednesday night? Because you just saw Summertown win.
Well, I mean, you hate to say look ahead. I mean,
right.
you got to come out and realize, hey, we still got to take care of business regardless of who the opponent is. I don't think it's necessarily that. As Brad said, I think it's easy to get into a lull at times knowing that, hey, even if I mess up a little bit, we're still much better than the other team, and we're going to be fine at the end.
Shot, no good. Rebound, Carly Weathers. Hands it off with Allie. She takes it in, kicks it out. Three-pointer in the corner. It's going to be good.
That one went into the paint first, and then was a kick-out where you're squared to the basket instead of a perimeter pass coming to you.
Full court pressure again from the Lady Mustangs. Let's see if they can stretch this out. Carruthers to Morrell to Tolliver. Back door going to be tipped away. Carly Weathers going to pick it up. She's going to run the floor with it. Middle to the left. In the corner, Julie again for three. No good. Hit the side of the backboard. And that was the perimeter pass that you mentioned that they have struggled making shots after. And you're right. When it hits you square in the hands, Brad, it's easier to hit it.
When the ball gets into the paint, whether it's through a post player or dribble penetration, that the ball handler gets a foot all the way into the paint to kick out, 3 percentages go up drastically.
Another turnover. Ball was thrown away, and Lady Mustangs will inbound. 28-9, minute 05 gone by here in the third quarter.
Sitting here texting back and forth with a buddy that calls Gibson County games on the radio, and used to play against him. He's from O'Brien Central, but Westview is up 17-5, and said Huntington's just holding the basketball, trying to take the air out of it and keep it close long enough to have a chance in the fourth quarter. He said it's miserable.
Well, it's probably a pretty good tactic. A team like that knocked away by Lady Mustangs. Lady Mustangs have missed their last 2 shot attempts. Allie takes it in the paint. No good. Rebound. Allie hits the deck. She gets up slow. She's all right, though. But here comes Morrell. Kicks it out. Carruthers. And has it briefly knocked away, but picked right back up. Shot coming. In and out. No good. Carly gets the rebound. Clifford's shot was no good. Carly gives it up to Allie. Allie to Laney. Clifton left side. Nobody in the paint. Now Laney will square it up. She gets it, kicks it out. Buttram for 3. Good, and there it is.
Magic.
Timeout Loretto. let's keep it here. Let's keep it here for a minute. What do you think this timeout is? You've made 2 threes, but you've missed some bunnies in the paint. What do you think the timeout is for Coach Rutledge? What do you think she's saying to her team?
If I'm her, I'm saying keep the intensity up and keep pushing and fighting and just take it to them. I mean, let's see if we can just dominate this third quarter and completely eliminate any chance. Now, granted, you come out with a 16-point lead. There shouldn't be that close of a game anyways, but push it. Just push, and keep being aggressive.
I think this is more about the defensive end. At the other last possession for Heritage, they got a wide-open shot a step above the free throw line, and that's just a lack of rotation. So I think this is about cleaning up the intensity on the defensive end at the moment with that timeout.
We talk about defense and points scored, and I mentioned earlier that nobody has really scored a lot of points against this team from White House. And the highest that anybody scored against them all year is Greenbrier, which is not a great basketball team by any stretch. They scored 64, but they allowed 46. I mean, they just don't allow a lot of points.
Well, I don't think it's necessarily they don't allow it. I think the offense that they run doesn't make for a game that you can score a ton of points.
Gotcha. That's a good point.
I mean, you're at 21 turnovers right now. I'd say
another one.
17 of them are probably all been dead ball turnovers.
Right.
So you can't push it back the other way. But they're in no hurry on the offensive end to take a shot.
Allie Weathers with it. 31-9 is the score. Buttram left side around the elbow. Carly goes to the basket, and that layup no good. It was contested.
That was actually a hard cut, though, when she got the ball back.
And they're going to allow somebody to cut right in. Layup was no good. Fortunately for the Mustangs, Laney gets the rebound. Now Allie Weathers is going to be fouled. The foul most likely will be King.
It's going to be 4 on King. It'll be just the first team in the second half. They're going to call that on 30, so that's actually going to be McFarland.
It is McFarland.
Her second.
Julie Clifton with it. Hands off. Allie out to Carly. Carly hands off with Buttram. Buttram now to Allie. Gets in the paint. Drives. Kicks it out. Julie wide open for 3. In and out, no good. Rebound, and we've got a whistle.
It's going to be on Laney right there. Just not the best position on the missed baskets. It's going to be her first, team first.
All right, so the Lady Mustangs are doing a better job getting the ball into the paint, kicking it out. Now you've got to get the ball in the paint and score the basketball. You have one defender. Make the defender either come up and stop you for a 7 or 8 foot jumper or drop it to the post, but you've got to score some of those in the paint, not just rely on the threes out of it.
Morrell trapped just inside the line, and it goes back out. I should be over and back, and he is going to call it because it was not deflected. So Lady Mustangs again force another turnover. How many is that in the game? 22.
22.
Yeah, trying to throw it off the defender's leg there and just missed.
Allie Weathers gets on the inbound, hands it off to Julie Clifton. Inside, Laney goes up, basket, no good. Loose ball, Julie picks it up, basket off the glass and in. 33-9, 4:24 to play. Timeout called by Heritage. We'll go with them. 33-9, 4:21 to play in the third quarter. You're listening to Lady Mustang basketball on the xSports Network.
Hey friends, this is Barry Doss. Over the past 30 years, Doss Brothers Incorporated has grown from its humble beginnings to working daily to build the future of Lawrence and surrounding counties. From breaking ground to opening day, Doss Brothers has been there every step of the way for many businesses, industries, and homeowners in our community. With nearly 40 years under our belt and the blessing of every new day, we strive to keep building the foundation of our communities tomorrow. We are Doss Brothers, proudly building progress in Southern Tennessee.
Got a dent, a ding, a scratch, or a bent fender? Major or minor, Car Country Collision Center in Leoma can fix you up. Car Country works with all insurance carriers, gives free estimates, can work on foreign and domestic vehicles, and has experience you can trust. They've been in business since 1990. Unfortunately, accidents happen, but you can get your car back on the road with as little hassle as possible with the help of Car Country. Call 931-852-4708 or stop by at 2567 Highway 43 South in Leoma.
This is the xSports Network.
Welcome back. Heritage with the basketball three-pointer. I don't think it hit anything. Safe and going out of bounds, but right to Allie Weathers. Weathers gives it up for Carly. She's got some room. Crossover. Gets around the elbow. Kicks it out. Allie. She was open. Drives. Kicks back out to Carly. Carly around her back. Gets bodied up. In the lane. Up and under move. Basket good. She's got 21 of the 35. It was a wider. She had 19 of the 25 after 2. Carruthers. Pass knocked away. Cozart after it. It's on the floor. Loose ball. Swim move. Can't come up with it as JB. Shot. No good. Rebound. Allie Weathers. She's going to push the pace. 2-on-1. Cozart. She gets a shot in the back. Out to Clifton for 3. JB shot no good, but we've got a whistle on the floor. I think the foul's going to be on Heritage. Just not sure who, and I think it's going to be on 10 King. Appeared that's what he was holding up.
I believe that's correct.
That will be 4 if it is. Carly Weathers off the inbound. Gets in the paint. Another jumper. Good. Well, she may have found her range now. I still have not put up the foul on the scoreboard.
We'll give it to King.
Yeah. It's 37-9. 3:04 to play. Left side. Now to the right side. Carruthers inside the paint. Briefly knocked away. Back up top. Tolliver. Inside. Carruthers. Jumper off the glass. No good. Rebound Carly Weathers. I bet Carly's got 12 rebounds in this game. Allie. And there's going to be a foul on Tolliver. Got a little hip check action.
Should be the second on Tolliver. Team foul number 3.
Couple subs coming in now for the Lady Patriots. Looks like Clifford's going to check back in. Didn't catch the number on the other one. Carly Weathers. Actually, that's Allie going to inbound it. Just looks for somewhere to go and gets it to JB. Got a lob over the top.
Huge mismatch down low with Cozart. Well, they now switch back off of it.
Carly in the paint. Mid-range jumper. Money. She's got her range now. And it's a 30-point game, 39-9. Paint, high post. Jumper, no good. Rebound, Cozart. It's a good look. Got bit. And pass is going to be deflected out of the back. Oh, they're giving that to Heritage. It looked like that was deflected.
I don't know if it got JB's hand at the end.
Clifford deflected it, but
yeah, JB didn't turn around and
argue.
Shocked by it.
So here comes Heritage up the floor, left side. Tolliver, top of the point to McFarland. Now Tolliver's going to shoot the 3. He's going to be short. Rebound by Cozart. Kick out Carly Weathers. She's going to work the left half. Now hits a streaking Laney Weathers. Basket off the glass and in for 2.
Good find, good finish.
So this is a little bit better quarter here than what we've seen in the first 2, correct? Am I the only one that thinks that?
Oh, it's definitely better. I mean,
three-pointer coming, no good.
Ball's starting to move a little bit.
Carly Weathers gets the rebound. Clifton gets stopped. Carly for 3. That one's short. That was a very deep 3. Maybe got a little too confident based on the other 2 shots she'd made. Heritage with the basketball. Carruthers lost it. Julie knocked it away. Carruthers picks it back up, gives it up. Now it's going to go back to the top to McFarland. Carruthers for 3. No good. Rebound by Heritage. Now back out to the top. 1:10 to play here in the third. Julie is going to pick up a foul. She was trying to strip the basketball.
Second on Julie, team foul number 2. Going to get Carly Urban in for her first action of the night.
Probably come get Carly Weather. Nope, going to get Cozart. I thought we might get Carly a minute breather here before we start the fourth.
She may play this quarter out and be finished.
Yep.
41-9, game in control as Lady Patriots have not scored in the quarter. Three-pointer coming, and I jinxed it. Three-pointer good.
Good job, Vern.
Yep. If I could ever call the Masters, much less just go to the Masters, I mean, I'd be Vern all day long, wouldn't you? I mean, I want to go to the Masters. Carly Weathers with the basketball. Left side. Clifton looks inside to Laney, and he'll get a foul.
She's getting hammered down low by Clifford. That's going to be her second. That reminds us of the Summertown game down low with Burdette.
This game's been officiated a little bit differently, has it not?
Well, the score is a little bit different than that first one as well.
Good point.
I like the aggressive post up that time by Laney, though. She got in there and was fighting to get position and held it for several seconds to get the ball.
Carly Weathers catches the ball. on the left corner, dribbles out. Tolliver. Now she's going to take it all the way in. Nice move by Carly Weathers. 43-12. 25 seconds remaining in the quarter. Three-pointer coming again. Might have been partially blocked. No good. Laney gets a strong rebound. Pass knocked away. Carly comes out with it. She was getting fouled and didn't get a call. Urban. Skip pass. Weathers. Three. No good. I thought for a second that was in. Track down. Urban rebound. Carly for three. Good. Carly Weathers will finish out the quarter with a three. And it's 46-12. That was a lot different. Lady Mustangs extend the lead. We'll be back for the fourth quarter on the xSports Network.
Arctic Air keeps your home or business comfortable. For more than 20 years, we provided outstanding residential and commercial services through southern Middle Tennessee. Whether you need assistance with your heat, air conditioning, preventive maintenance, or anything in between, trust our reliable team to get the job done. We'll take the time to figure out your specific needs and recommend what we believe is right and best for your situation.
We've been using Arctic Air for over 15 years now. Their service is great, they're here when we need them, and their prices are competitive. They take the worry out of the heat and air so I don't have to.
Arctic Air, when you need us, we'll be there.
This is the xSports Network.
Welcome back in to Mount Pleasant High School. I'm Cam Ashburn with Brad Nielsen, Josh McDonald. Region semifinal, always a fun night. Usually, not tonight. Lady Mustangs up big, 46-12. This is the game a lot of seasons are made on because you lose, you go home. If you win, you guarantee yourself 2 more games, region championship and a sectional appearance. So this will punch the Lady Mustangs ticket into the Sweet 16. It's not officially labeled that, but that's essentially what it is. Lady Mustangs begin with the ball. Urban, three-pointer, no good. Rebound Laney, out to Carly. Now to Allie, skip pass, Buttram, nice feed. Urban thought about it. Now it's to Carly for three, no good. Rebound Laney, Weathers, put back, good.
Nice rebound, put back. Good skip pass by. Goodness, I apologize. I've gone brain dead.
Carly
Urban.
48-12. Just underway here in the fourth. Knocked away again. Carly Weathers has it. It's going to have to get rid of it. She does the Allie. Allie in the corner. Buttram for three, short. Rebound, and Laney's going to pick up the foul as she was reaching over the top of Carruthers.
It's going to be the third on Laney. Team foul number 3 in the seconds.
JB's going to get set to check in. And let's see who she grabs. It will be Allie Weathers. They may ride the starters on out to try to get them some more shots in this gym. I mean, I thought for sure that, Carly and Autumn and Allie would be on the bench, but start the fourth, but that's not the case. I don't hate it. I promise you that. Tolliver drives, partially blocked by Urban. She comes out with it, and Autumn thought she got all ball there, but they're going to say she fouled.
Autumn's going to pick up her fourth, team fourth. So nice help defense right there by Carly Urban coming across the lane and really having an effect on that shot if she got a partially block on that one.
Richardson will step to the line.
Yeah, nice minutes by Urban so far.
Yeah, free throw no good. How many minutes do you think Carly Weathers and some of them play here in the fourth as Buttram will check out?
I'd say no more than 2 or 3, Brad.
Yeah, 5-minute mark, I think it's probably end of the night for them.
Is there anything to be said about, letting them play more to try to find their rhythm? Free throw, second one's good. You don't think it matters? Because, there's a game off in between.
Against this opponent, I'm going to say no.
Okay.
Health is much more important than a few more looks during game situation here.
Loretto working the ball. Clifton for three. In and out, no good. Carly gets the rebound. Put back. Good. 50-13. Lady Mustangs cruising now. Pretty much have been the whole game, but it was a little rough in the first. Played good defense, just couldn't make a basket. Driving baseline, Carruthers, and
oh my goodness, that was nice defense by Urban.
Carly Urban did cut off the baseline, but she went for a ride, and she's going to pick up the foul.
Her first team fifth.
Caitlin Robertson will check in. Laney Weathers will come out. Saw Caitlin on Friday night played really well at the barn. High post, Carruthers throws a prayer up. Carly Weathers going to get a rebound. I would love to know how many rebounds she's got. It's a lot. 6? Is that what you have? Seriously? No way. You're you get that Loretto education. There's no way. He just held up 6. So just 6. Robertson, 2. I'm telling you.
Nice shot there. Caitlin can be a big contributor down the stretch run here for them to give them another post player that can shoot it.
So that's a timeout by Coach Rutledge, 30 seconds. We'll just keep it here as I think we're going to get some subs coming in as Sanders was up ready to come into the game. And, yep, Carly Weathers her night is over. 52-13. How many did Carly finish with tonight?
I've got Carly with 30.
It's a pretty impressive night. The thing is, if she played the whole game in every game, she could probably end up with that 30 number most nights.
Well, I would say most nights if she really wanted to be selfish.
She could do it 70.
She could do that in a third. But, she really gets unselfish, as all these Lady Mustangs are.
You're exactly right. Morrell, Tolliver, three-pointer short. Robertson with the rebound. I'm telling you, I'm liking what I saw from Caitlin Robertson the last couple games. Urban with it. Drives, gets cut off. She still hangs on to the basketball. In and out of trouble. Now she's going to throw it away. She's got a little too deep there. Nowhere really to go. Lady Patriots, 4:40 to play. Should be a running clock, should it not? And there's a turnover again. Out of bounds. The Lady Mustangs will inbound it. It is running, so this should go by rather quickly.
Yeah, it's gonna set up the matchup everybody wanted to see on Wednesday nights.
Yeah, we can kind of start looking ahead to that. It's not, the first two matchups were first one for sure, shot in the paint. Julie's going to be fouled. She'll go to the line for 2. The first one was all Lady Mustangs. I don't think anybody will argue that. It was a pretty dominating win. The one at Loretto was a little closer. But they still end up 14, 15-point victory. First free throw from Julie's no good. But the district championship, man, the Lady Mustangs just did not shoot the ball well in that first quarter and allowed Summertown to get it out. Second one, free throw from Julie's good. She's going to check out.
Well,
Cozart's going to check in. But from that point forward, it was all Lady Mustangs.
That's what I was going to say. After that takeaway, Summertown shoot lights out 7 of 9, I think 4 or 5 from 3. And then the last 3 quarters, the Lady Mustangs outscored them by almost 20. So,
right. Yeah, a lot of people say, oh, that was a really close game. And you're like, yeah, it was, because of the first quarter. But after that, I know Summertown feels like they've got a shot, and they definitely do. Jump ball. Carly Urban's going to tie them up and be Heritage National. It's going to be a good game. We know that much. But you're right. Those final 3 quarters, they turned an 11-point deficit into an 11-point lead at one point. So that's a 22-point swing. Let's see. They play the game for a reason, and we know it'll be a good one, and we know what Summertown brings to the table. They know what Loretto brings to the table, and that goes right between the legs.
There's no way to catch that pass.
Of Carruthers.
Neither team shot between Summertown and Loretto. Neither team shot the ball well tonight.
Not tonight. No, you're right.
And so,
and Summertown had a war.
See who can knock down some pretty good looks that they're going to be able to get usually. Both teams execute pretty well on the offensive end most nights, and will have plenty of chances from the three-point line. It's a matter of who can knock some down and get that early lead.
Foul called on Heritage.
And 2, depending on how that game is called.
It can dictate a lot, can't it?
Who gets in foul trouble.
Right.
Absolutely.
Because that can have a huge swing in it as well.
And we all know Katie Burdett's a problem. She is a legitimate problem for the Lady Mustangs. And you got Rue Campbell, and we talk about the Lady Mustangs. A lot of their offense is predicated on creating turnovers. Summertown doesn't turn the ball over. With Campbell running point, they're just not going to turn the ball over very much.
Well, Campbell, Brazier, and Burleson played well tonight against a lot of hand checking, honestly, a lot of fouls that could have been called on the other team, and knock down the shots when they had to. Burdette and Reese both had 2 fouls early.
Right. Pass to Robertson in the paint was a little too strong. It goes out of bounds. Lady Mustangs.
In that game,
on defense.
Summertown had 15 turnovers, and we talked about it after the game. Loretto, that all we could recall, only 2 fast break points in that entire game.
And no good.
In the regular season, that's probably a good 15 points a game Loretto gets in transition off those turnovers, and you didn't have that in that game. So, is that something that Loretto can bring back to the table and get those easy baskets off turnovers? That's a travel not called.
Carly Irvin got away with that. 117, Cozart kicks it out. We got a whistle before the shot up. It's a foul. I don't know who it's on or if it's apparently it's shooting.
Well, it's an easy way to get some 15, 20 seconds off the clock.
Yeah, you may be right. And they're going to get some subs in for.
That's another 15 seconds.
Yeah. The 5 in, 5 out. As White House Heritage will take off their starters. And I don't know how many seniors they got, but that's going to be an emotional exit from the game from those kids. That will be their last high school game. Free throw, no good. It was 1-1. Cozart's going to get her own rebound. Can't get it back. Now she's going to pick up a personal. Clock continues to run. Yeah, we know what to expect on Wednesday night. We know it's going to be a hard-fought battle. We know it's going to be 2 good teams, and the winner is going to host the sub-state. That's what we know. Another turnover. Sanders going to pick that one up. 20 seconds. Robertson now to Cozart. Sanders, 3, good.
See, Libby says this gym's not that hard to shoot.
That's right. Just hit me the rock.
Yep, 56-13. And knocked out of bounds, and that will end the game. So Lady Mustangs will advance to the region championship against Summertown on Wednesday night. They will punch their ticket to the sub-state versus either Gibson County or Westview.
Westview's has not gone final yet.
Yeah, but it's
they're up 10 or 12 points in the fourth quarter. Huntington's just taking the air out of the ball, so I mean they're holding it. It's low scoring, like 26-16, 28-16, something like that.
Well, when you win this game, there's a banner going to be hung for saying a sub-state. So it's been a banner year. You can say that now. But that's not what the Lady Mustangs want as defending Class A state champions. They want to get back to Murfreesboro in AA, and it's a team that guys is fully capable of it. They're a really, really good basketball team. Got some things in that first half that didn't go their way, but the second half, I think we can all agree that was much more like what we expect from the Lady Mustangs.
Yeah, they closed out the second half well, did what they were supposed to do in the third quarter, and kind of cruised in the fourth quarter, honestly.
Yeah, there was,
and there's not any problem with that. You don't want to do something where you're overexerting to the point of having a chance of having injuries and things of that nature. Punch the ticket for tonight, move on, and be ready for Wednesday night against Summertown for round 4.
Josh, you've got our final stats for the Lady Mustangs.
Yes, for the Lady Mustangs tonight, Carly with 30 points tonight. Followed up Julie Clifton, Laney Weathers with 6 apiece, Allie Weathers with 5, Autumn Buttram with 4, Libby Sanders with 3, Caitlin Robertson with 2. For the White House Heritage Patriots, led tonight Olivia Gerantano with 5, Emily Clifford, Claire King with 2, along with Macy McFarland, Elena Richardson, and Kinsley Carruthers with 1 apiece. So 56-13 victory tonight. And what we talked about is the physical matchup Summertown had. What kind of effect does that carry over to Wednesday, which adrenaline's going to
cover a lot.
It's going to cover a lot of that,
yeah.
Especially if you can come out hot. But what happens if, let's say, the Lady Mustangs come out as they did in the first 2 matchups, get up 14, 16 points? If you're Summertown at that point, make a run second half, see if you can get it. If not, do you rest players then for that sub-state matchup?
Well, I don't think resting players is in Summertown's DNA. It's not, at some point, obviously, if it's a wide margin, sure, but I don't expect that to be the case. I could be fully wrong.
No, the other thing, though, tomorrow's practice will be a light shoot-around type thing and walk through because this team. You know what you're going to try to execute against them. There might be a couple new wrinkles
that's what I was supposed to say.
But your practice is not like it's an opponent you've not seen, and you've got to start mentally and physically both getting ready for one of the other two in Sub-State. You know,
I don't think I don't think we've seen what the other team's silver bullet, what they think is a silver bullet, to approach the other team. I don't think we've seen Loretta's main game plan versus Summertown. I don't think we've seen Summertown's main game plan versus Loretto.
That's always gets fun when you see a team 3-4, as last year 5 times. Of course, we didn't play the district final,
Right.
but so 4. You see a team that many times. Each matchup is kind of a matchup within a matchup to see what changes from the previous game and who's changed what. And I said, what new wrinkles does each team come up with to try to change that outcome? And I'd expect nothing less. This gym's going to be packed out Wednesday night.
Yeah. It definitely is. It'll be the only game on the schedule. Of course, Summertown boys will play tomorrow night right here for the region semifinals. You can catch that game back here on the xSports Network. Not sure who's got them. I'm sure AJ and Clint will carry that game. But we'll be back here for the Lady Mustangs in Summertown on Wednesday night. Game time is 7:30. If last I checked,
I thought it would be a 7 o'clock game with it being the only one of the night.
Brad, you have the. Let's see if I can get that for you real quick before we go off the air.
I think the one schedule that was out there before, was not correct.
So here is it's 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock is what's on here.
Yep.
7 o'clock will be the championship game on Wednesday night. So we look forward to having you back there. It's going to be a good game, and I'm like you. I want to see what alternate game plans, because we've seen pretty much the same game plan every game that these two teams have played each other, and I expect we're going to see some different wrinkles thrown in on Wednesday night. So make sure you tune back in to that one at 7 o'clock right here from Mount Pleasant High School. For Kevin on the board here tonight, running production, and for Josh, Brad, I'm Cam. We'll see you on Wednesday night.
This is the xSports Network.